Speaking of female comics, you know, like in my opinion, Sarah Silverman is very funny, and she's genius comedic actor, and also her stand-up is deadly funny, very, very funny, and she takes it really to a place and is very funny. But I mean, so that would be a great female comic, right? Do you have any female comics that you think?
I think Sarah's very funny. I think Tig Notaro's very funny. Tig is like gets really dark and really clever and really smart.
I think Roseanne Barr, she's good. Right, she's a little bit.
She's
talk about committing suicide on stage.
She pushes that up. She gave her a show after all that. They gave it back to her, and what did she do? She blew herself up again.
Yeah.
After bringing back that show after so many years, she did the same thing all over again. She did a.
Who's the comedic actress who played Liz Lemon? What's her name?
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Yeah, she's great.
She's great.
I don't know about. She doesn't do stand up.
Doesn't stand up.
No, but she's a comedic actress. I mean, no, she's not a stand up. But she's
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes is very funny.
Funny.
Wanda Sykes is legit funny.
Yeah.
Who else do I?
You were in Las Vegas for a while. I mean, you surely have seen some other acts there.
Yes.
You didn't just go watch David Copperfield every night.
And Carrot Top.
Why is Carrot Top still playing Vegas? I mean, I thought he disappeared from the scene, and then I went to Vegas once, and I'm like, for the 30th year.
Yes.
Carrot Top selling out. I'm like, wait, what? Carrot Top is selling out in Vegas?
Well, that's the thing is like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like huge hits there are unknown completely outside. These are people making $1 million a night, and they're like superstars there, and nobody has ever heard of them outside of Vegas. You go there, and they're like, wow,
Danny Gans.
Yeah, who?
Exactly.
Who?
Danny Gans in the 90s was like this huge act that you never knew who he was unless you went to Vegas and saw his poster everywhere. Danny Gans, the number one entertainer, and he just had like a big, nice head of fake hair and like makeup all the time, and probably had like tattooed eyeliner on or whatever. And everyone knew who Danny Gans was because I worked Vegas. But again, exactly, you're a great example. Anyone outside of there was like, who's Danny Gans? Rita Rudner has been in Vegas for 20 some years doing shows.
No kidding.
Yep.
Because I remember her name from 20 years ago.
Yes.
Wow. She's still doing it.
Because what happens is if you make any sort of name, and these Vegas casinos, they'll pay really good money. Frank Caliendo was big. He was doing all the shows for the NFL. And then one of the casinos said, here's whatever, 10, 20,
I thought you were
30.
going to say, here's Johnny.
Yes.
But no,
it was Frank Rich, the impersonator. Frank Rich is the
Rich
movie.
Little.
Rich Little.
Rich Little.
Frank Rich is the movie critique for the New York Times like 30 years ago.
He was funny.
He's hilarious. When he panned, Star Wars, I was rolling in the aisles. Frank Rich's review of Star Wars, hilarious.
Jar Jar Banks.
Jar.
That was not funny, right?
Jar Jar wasn't funny. Why wasn't Jar Jar funny? Jar Jar is when the Star Wars franchise died.
Oh, they killed it. That prequel that was awful. That ruined everything.
Like everyone was watching this movie, like waiting for the payoff. Like, this is going to get better. This is going to get better. I know this is going to get better. I know we're going to see something incredible. And then Jar Jar Banks appears, and it's like, oh fuck, this is a disaster.
This is awful.
The guy who played that character, though, like there was a guy behind the costume or whatever, and he got like death threats. His family got death threats. Like Star Wars fans are obsessive already, but they were like, "You ruined our franchise. Now we're losers at this Star Wars convention." Everybody's making fun of us. Basically, Jar Jar Banks committed suicide for the franchise.
He was the Aristotle of the Star Wars.
Socrates.
Socrates, right? I'm sorry.
He's Socrates of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Well, we sorted that out, thank God.
Okay. Now